Hello, everyone. This is Robert Hollis. I hope you're having a wonderful and great day. Today is how to win. The subject is how to win. So we'll wait for Facebook to go out there and share with everyone. Hello. And make sure that you jump on here and say hi. We'll get started here just in a little bit. Wait for Mark Zuckerberg and Facebook to share this with the world. Appreciate you, Facebook. Hey, Craig, how are you? Hi, Bill. I'm my lovely wife, Terry. What up? My income, that's up. Okay, Matthew, thank you very much. Love and appreciate everything you're doing. Hey, John, thank you so much, you guys. I really, really appreciate you, I guess, guys and gals. You know what I mean? Yeah, if they can do it on, what is it, Survivor? Hello, everyone. Hi, Lisa. Hey, Kai. Great to have you guys on here. Jim, Deborah, always love all you guys getting on here. This is so awesome. So today's subject is how to win. How to win. Now, this is very interesting, because we always talk about thoughts or things. And I was even talking about this with my incredible wife, Terry, this morning. It's amazing. She did an incredible post. And, people really believe to be in a discussion that you need to talk with words and you need to talk about all the awful things that are happening. All the awful things that are happening. And you do not have to have that conversation, And so one of the things that really early in life, I loved watching people win. Still to this day, people will ask me, what sports I love. And here's a better way of saying it. I love people doing above average things. Did you hear me? I love witnessing and I love watching people do above average things. So if an average person knows one language, I'm really blown away with someone that knows more than one language. I love racing because it really, really is unpredictable. And, Daniel Suarez, car 99, very first person to win a NASCAR major event and not be born in the United States. So he's from Monterrey, Mexico. And it's just neat to see this guy 6 years. I think he got traded to maybe 3 different NASCAR teams. And this guy finally puts his head down and things go for him and he wins. And it was amazing because when he wins, there's 2 kinds of drivers that win. One kind of driver and everyone is not very happy with them, And then you got people like Daniel Suarez when he won that, you just constantly see, every car comes up to him and bumps him in the back or bumps him on the side. It's like everyone loves Daniel Suarez. And so when he wins, it becomes extremely popular because here's another underdog story, right? It's the, we love as human beings, I love an underdog story, a chance where, a person just is not supposed to win and they always are raising above the odds, right? And so when I was really young, I remember the very first time that I went to a drag race, National Hot Rod Association. And I watched these cars competing against each other. And it was like, there's always going to be a faster car. But what I learned really early in life is, just getting 1% better, that the only competition, there's so many people out there that have compare-itis, right? And, they're constantly comparing themselves to other people instead of, hi, Anna. Anna from Mongolia. She's one of our big Mongolia leaders. Hello, Anna. So cool to see her on here. So when you guys see all the ranks there, well, look at, this is the first time I've seen her, and she's a winner. She is a flat-out winner. So she's not only hit 25, 50K, but she's also got people that hit 25K underneath her. She's a straight out winner. and she's doing business in Mongolia, which at one time we couldn't even get product into Mongolia. And she only got to market sprays. And this lady consistently always has people on the leaderboard, and she gets rank advances all the time, and she's all by herself, no office, no upline, no nothing. Thank you so much. There's a winner. There's a winner. Not by coincidence. Thank you very much. So I just want you guys to understand, that very early on, I just started watching and studying winners. And it didn't make a difference if they were world champion horseshoe throwers, world champion, they call it cornhole, throwing a bag of corn into a wooden ramp with a hole in it. It doesn't make a difference if, what sport. I just love watching winners. And there was a story that I recently told Matthew, my son that's on here, where Sylvester Stallone, I love watching, some of his, short little videos. And he was just talking about that underdog, that horse. You know what I mean? That, all of a sudden a horse drops out in the Kentucky Derby. And so all of a sudden this horse, gets a chance. And, the horse runs every one of them down. As human beings, we love underdog stories. But you got to learn to listen and watch. The reason I watched sports last night, before I get into that story, Jory Polkovich, the new light heavyweight champion of the world, 205 pounds. And he just won the world championship. And here what's so amazing about that is Josh Wagel, another winner, he was smart enough to lock in a contract with this guy. And so now you're going to see him doing promotions and stuff about MDC and HempWorks products, you know what I mean? So to see how long someone works on the journey, staying in the journey to be a winner, but it's okay just to win better than you did before. This 1% Kaizen, this never-ending improvement of just you getting a little better each and every day in all areas of your life. Every area of your life, to be a better spouse, to be a better significant other, to be a better parent, to be a better, sibling, to be, better in every single way. And so I know a lot of people that, they're consistently being indicted with all this garbage. The best thing that I said to Melody Riva years ago, because she would always come to me with drama. She would always come to me with woe is me. She always came to me with, being a victim. She always came to me feeling sorry for herself. And Melly Riba is one of the people that I just said, listen, every time someone wants to back up and dump garbage and negativity into your life, you got to hear the noise of a dump truck backing up. Beep, 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 beep. And don't allow people to put garbage in your head. But here's the worst part. We're the biggest offender of that. We're the biggest offender. Because what we do is we think negative thoughts. And me and Latasha was talking about this. She's such an incredible leader. And me and Latasha were talking about this. We not only think too much and sometimes don't control our emotions, but then what we do is we think about what other people are thinking about us. And it's like, man, what if they think this? What if they think this? Is there anyone on here that can relate to you overthinking about other people that you think are thinking about you? It's just crazy. It's so crazy. So an analogy that I love using, and some of you are too young, but there was a cartoon called the Flintstones. And the Flintstones had, Dino. Dino, there, instead of dog, they had a little dinosaur. And, and Dino went, and it's like all this noise that is constantly going in our head. Correct, Crystal? And we think these thoughts, and here's how simple it is. If you think thoughts that make you not feel good, you got to stop that. How I stop that is consistently watching shows, sports for me, of watching people win. So if you ask me to name all the NBA basketball players, teams, I can't do it. I'm not a big NBA fan. But when it comes down to the finals, these people are trying to get into the world championship, and I'm watching them. And so all of a sudden you get to hear these stories about, the Warriors that, they never even had a shot, and that, after they won a world championship, then all of a sudden Stephen Curry gets hurt for a season. Then all of a sudden, Thompson gets hurt for a season. All of a sudden, they can't win if their life depended on it. And then one of the years, I guess they had the worst season. They ranked last place. So to go from championship to winning a world championship to having people get hurt, have to rebuild themselves, and then going from there to be the worst team in your area. And then last night, they win the world championship. And when you hear these people talk about, we never thought we could get back here. And I find this hard to believe, but this is, they actually say that, that this kid changed the game of basketball with his three-point shooting, and all of a sudden you hear, and I might be wrong here, I thought I overheard this last night, that they said that he was a great offensive player, but he never won the MVP, the most valuable player. He's never won that in the finals because he wasn't a good defensive player. So here's a kid that's going to get into the Hall of Fame. Here's a kid that has broke records of the most famous people out there, like LeBron James and Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan. He's broken their records for the most three-point shots scored ever. And he's a Hall of Famer, but he's missing that ring. He's missing that MVP ring. He's missing the ring because he's not a good defensive player. So you can either say, well, that's enough for me, or you can go right back and start working on your defense. And he worked so hard that I think that was his fourth championship ring that he won last night, Stephen Curry. But last night, he got the MVP award of the finals. He's one basketball player. There's only two other. I think it was Michael Jordan and LeBron James that did consistent 40 points in a game in the final thing. So see, I can get passionate about you. I can get passionate about you and everyone around you saying that you're average. And you might sometimes, with the Dino voice, rah, 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 think that you're below average, and you constantly keep beating yourself up. But you're a winner. You are flat out a winner, and you need to start focusing on people that are winning. So in the midst of all the craziness that's going on right now, that's one of the things that's so crazy about the science of getting rich. Because in the first couple of chapters, you guys got to know, while everything is going crazy in the world, all the stuff they want us to focus on, the inflation, the pandemic, the stock market crash, the crypto crash, the fuel prices, everything's going up, and the wars and Ukraine and more pandemics. Now the pandemic's coming back, and we got all this stuff, noise going out there. And in the midst of this craziness, there's people that are celebrating the best year of their life. The best year of their life. Like Stephen Curry. Like Jory Pavlovich being a world champion. Like the owner who anyone put the name in there of the horse that was the underdog that won? I forgot who it was. So people like Sylvester Stallone, myself, other people are constantly talking about people that are winning right now. Big time. And that's also in the financial world. There's two people out there. One people, but they use it for the wrong reasons, right? They're not only upset at how much gas costs, but they're also posting how much profits the gas companies are making. So for every yin, there's a yang. For every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. So right now, there's a lot of people right now that need to make extra money, and they don't know where to go. And they got to change the way they think. We got to focus on looking at winners. One of the reasons that the Kardashians are so looked at. You don't have to like them, but you got to respect them. And so my son Matthew sends me a deal where Kris Jenner, or Kardashian, was doing a master class. The one thing that is in common with all these people that are making a lot of money is she's their manager. She's their agent. And that's the message I want to leave with you, is that, you don't have to be a LeBron James. You don't have to be a Stephen Curry. You don't have to be a number one singer, a number one actor. But if you're the person that introduced those individuals to a vehicle like My Daily Choice and they become winners, you win. I used to use this example all the time, is that the whole concept behind, I would say to people when Kobe Bryant's still one of the biggest winners out there, and I used to say in front of a room of people when I trained, how many people know who Kobe Bryant's agent is? How many people know who Kobe Bryant's manager is? And here's a couple of things that every one of you know for a fact. Kobe Bryant's agent and manager actually is an agent and manager for other people. Maybe other athletes. They could be male, female. We don't know their age. Maybe they could be also, correct Joshua, rainmakers. They make things happen. They find people that want to make six figures and make mid six figures or $1 million a year. And they introduce them to this opportunity. And so sometimes we get limited in our beliefs of saying, well, I haven't made any money and I'm not a winner, so then I can't talk to winners. No, you can introduce winners to winners. That's what I did. I just said straight out, oh my God, I'm working with a guy that makes $62,000 a month. I seen his check. You people have seen my back office. I'm a winner. You've seen my plaques. I'm a winner. Introduce people that want to win to me. Correct, Crystal. Robert in your pocket. So that's the message for today. I love and appreciate you so much. You are a winner. What you do is stop looking at other people, stop thinking what other people are thinking, and just you get better each and every day. Just a little bit, 1% over a year, you're over 300% more successful than you were the year before. So just get better. I know you can do it. I believe in you. And if no one's ever given you permission to be happy, fulfilled, and successful, let me be the first. I'm a product of hanging around a bunch of winners. And I'll leave you with this. A lot of the people that I got mentored from, I never personally met. I never personally met. But I watched their stories. I watched their documentaries. I constantly just keep watch. There's one out there. What is it called, Terry, with Michael Jordan? There's a documentary out there about all these really successful people. And if you watch those, they inspire you. If you watch those, what is it?
I said it's called Dribble, but I'm just joking.
Oh, geez. Thanks for the interruption, hon. You know, dribble. Whoa. All right. Love you, honey. So anyway, see you on the last dance. There we go. Thanks, John. Thanks for saving today. Love and appreciate you guys. And again, I just stand on shoulders and just watch winners. And as I watch winners, I'm inspired to win. I'm inspired to get a little better each and every day. And I'm not thinking about what other people are thinking about me. All right? Drama-free zone. Love you guys. Take care. And we'll see you tomorrow on Ask Me Anything. Ask Me Anything. roberthollis.com/AMA. Ask Me Anything. So I appreciate each and every one of you. Gotta go. Talk to you soon. Bye for now.